One love, Delta9 travelers. Welcome into the international digital connection, this international community where we network globally, highlighting all of these important and trending headlines. And we have right thinking conversations. You know what I'm saying? We put our heads together, we suss out everything that's going on, we advocate for persons. Big up yourself, and thanks for being a part of this live presentation right here with Delta9 Media. Now, if you're on your way into the presentation right now and you can hear me and hear me clearly, Delta9 travelers, please and thank you. Drop a nine in the comment section for me. I just want to ensure that I'm coming through clearly, and the actual supporters in the chat with us, persons that support Delta9 Media. Thanks for being a part of this presentation. Big up yourself to all the frequent travelers and all the persons traveling with us for the very first time. I see we are already connecting with persons in Canada. Big up yourself, Desiree. Thanks for being a part of this presentation. Listen, we got so many things to get into. We got some esoteric history coming in from the former finance minister. Very important, very important bits of information that we're going to be sharing right here on Truth Thursdays with Delta9 Media. Sometimes the truth this be a bit harsh. What is the truth nonetheless? Loud and clear, says Desiree. Big up yourself. Rugranat, thanks for tuning into the live presentation. We got moderation in the chat. Big up yourself every single time. Amethyst. Okay. Amit. Apologies. Good morning. Happy Thursday to all. Big up yourself. Thanks for being a part of this presentation. Lorraine. Frequent travelers are on the chat. Thanks for tuning in. We got a lot of frequent travelers and we got so many headlines to get into. We're going to start off with a conversation coming in from the leading party right now as they highlight certain details about the Heart Initiative. The Heart Initiative. Big up to all of those joining us live right now on Delta9 Media. Let's start getting into these headlines as we analyze what's going on in our beautiful country. Top of the day to every single person that can hear me right now.
I'm sure you would like. That's what art is all about.
In accordance with what's being presented, we get an idea as to the approach persons are taking with the Heart Initiative. What y'all think about that, Delta 9 travelers? Are we seeing these steps that persons are speaking about right there, let's jump into some of the details coming from none other than the very persons in the country highlighting this about the situations that they have to face, right? So, where is the heart in this as we analyze real situations that real persons gotta face every single day?
Then she just gave birth to a beautiful 1 month old baby girl at the $6.6 billion Bath Regional Hospital. And you must know that the Bath Regional Hospital was commissioned 1 month before elections last year. We don't have no specialized equipment. We don't have well trained doctors. We have a shortage of doctors throughout this country because most of our doctors and healthcare workers, they're leaving for greener pastures, meaning for better salaries. The salaries that they're paying our healthcare workers, it's a pittance. 600 US dollars a month, 700 US dollars a month. Some work for even less. So it's hard
Mm-hmm.
to survive on those salaries.
Yeah.
But thanks to Almighty God that your daughter, your 1 month daughter, survived the hardships and the nightmare that you went through at the Bath Hospital, at the Enmore Hospital, then to the West Dem Hospital.
Yes.
So to my fellow brothers and sisters, the PPP government, they love to boast about healthcare and how much trillions and billions they spend on healthcare. But it's just big buildings.
Greetings to Shari, one of our loyal channel members. Thanks for tuning in to this live presentation, plus for dropping comments in the comment section, keeping the algorithm moving. Big up to Edmond, another frequent traveler live with us as we continue analyzing what's going on in the country, hearing about this heart initiative. But these people really got a heart for the people? Do they really have a heart for the people? Because that's key to have that kind of initiative.
You're seeing. When you go into the buildings, our brothers and sisters, especially the poor ones, they have to pray to God that if they will come out there alive.
Yes.
And I'm sure the president, the vice president, and none of the ministers, their wives or close family members won't go there to deliver a baby. Balancing, you're right. So, Miss Ramdin, please let us know exactly what transpired. And another thing, I'm investigating right now. I heard over 5 newborn babies die at the Bath Regional Hospital between June to July. Over 5. I'm trying to get the information to meet with these mothers. Why is it that the government, they're hiding these things from the nation? These are important matters. We need to address these issues. We cannot allow for our population, for newborn babies to die. Not with all the technology we have in the world today. So, Ms. Ramdin, let us hear your story, please.
Okay, sir. So, on the 8th of July, I gave birth to my daughter through C-section. Reason why for me having a C-section is on the 7th of July, 12:45, I passed sign to get baby, and the closest hospital that I could reach was Bath Regional Hospital. I went there. I went in with 2 cm dilated, and they keep me the next day until 11 o'clock. Every time they come and they check me, they say I'm only 3 cm, 3 cm, 3 cm, not moving, not processing. I was in very, very pain. Anyways, my relative was outside. My mother see one of the surgical doctor, and she begged him to just go inside and see what happened, if I'm processing or anything. When the doctor came inside, he asked the midwife how much cm I was. She said 3. I came in with 2 last night, and I have 3. He said, okay, fine. He wanted to examine me himself. When I go on the bed and he examined me, I was 5 cm dilated, be already for that as well. She said she didn't know. Anyways, he said to me that it's an emergency case and he have to prep me for C-section. So I said, okay, doc, no problem, go ahead. He went in, he clipped my water bag. He showed me that baby mess run out. I saw that. I said, okay. He prepped me. We went into the surgery room. I lay down, and surgery room halfway dead, halfway alive. You could see what's going on. So while he was doing my surgery, he was questioning me. We were gaffing, on a simple conversation. He told me, Ramdin, baby is here. When my daughter born, my daughter screamed, she cried, perfect, everything. He bring her next to me. I saw my daughter, and they carry her away to prepare her to see her relative outside, which was my mother, my mommy, and my husband. Anyways, around 3 o'clock, I gave birth. Around 4:35, they clean me up and they carry me back to recovery room. When I went back into recovery room, my baby was already there next to the bed. They put me onto the bed. My baby was right next to me in a bassinet. I could see her. I could touch her if I put my hand over like this, right? She was very close. So I discovered a medical cap on her hands. So I asked the midwife, why is there a medical cap on my daughter's hand? So she told me that how baby passed feces in me and she had an infection. So they're treating her for the infection. So I said, okay, nurse. And that was it. Around 4 o'clock in the morning, baby start crying. So when baby start crying now, I call on the midwife several times. I call, there was no response. After that, I know that my baby, something is wrong. Is either her pampers was wet or either my child was hungry. Although there was numbness in my feet, my upper body part can still move. I tried with my two hands to push my upper body up to brace my back on the bed just to collect my daughter. Anyways, I tried, I pushed myself up, I stretched forward and reached my daughter. I breastfeed her, she feed, and she was sleeping. I take 2 videos and send it to my husband. That was one video was 4 o'clock, and then 4:45 she started playing. She was very active, was making smiling ways lady, and up at 6 o'clock in the morning, baby start crying. So I call back again on one of the midwife, and one of them come in. When she come in, I said, Nursey, please check my baby, see if she mess, or see if you can put you back in she bassinet. And me tell she that me pick she up 4 o'clock and me breastfeed she. She said, okay. She checked baby, she cleaned baby's skin, she said baby okay, she put back baby in her bassinet. Another midwife came in and she said, Ramdin, you and your baby gonna go ward. That baby is okay, you is okay. But baby still taking she treatment. So me said, okay, nurse. Me asked her what time we could go into the ward. She said 7 o'clock. So right there and then I call my husband and me tell her that me and baby I go ward 7 o'clock that y'all could come and see baby. So he said, okay. The midwife that tell me that, she come wrong and to give me my medication. I was taking fluids. So she come now, she gave me a small baby syringe, right? With a small medication inside. So she gave me that and she go around to the other side to give my daughter her medication. But her medication was different from mine because my medication was smaller. Her syringe was large and have more medication inside, right? Now, when she gave the child the medication, before she gave her, I said, Narcy, this is baby medication? She said, yes. So I said, okay. I said to myself, they are nurses. They know what they're doing. She gave the baby the medication with a full pace. She didn't give the child a little bit and rub the child's hand and then give she back a little bit, as a baby. No, she didn't. She gave the child at a full pace. All I saw was the 2 legs of my child went up in the air. Her hands were up in the air. She made one loud scream and she mouth open. Baby was freeze. My child was not responding after receiving that medication. When she saw that now, and she see what she did. I start hollering and I start crying. I say, nurse, what you do to me, baby? What you do to me, baby? She said to me, she don't know. And she start get like this flight is stupidity, we just call it, right?
Yeah.
She collect the baby now, turn over the baby on her back and start tapping the baby hard, 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 hard for respond. The child not responding. After she see that, she call a doctor. A Cuban doctor rush into the room, collect the baby, collect the nurse, and they went straight into the labor room and locked the door. The labor room was like couple steps away from me. Anyways, the next midwife was in the room with me. She said, start praying. Or we start pray. So I start pray with her. She started giving me courage. So I said, no, see that you know what happened? I want to see my baby. That me get something feelings that my baby is not okay. I want to see my baby. Help me get up. She said, okay. She come and she helped me get up. I take little bit step, knock on the door. When I knock on the door, I said, doctor, please let me in. That me want to see my baby. That my baby is not okay. That I just now saw what happened to my baby. My baby freeze in front of me. I please no want to know what happened to my baby. And then he said, how I cannot give you any.
How come they didn't give medication to the mother and let the mother nurse that into the child so that they'll get it in a way that would be suited for their young system, brand new system that might not be able to deal with those harsh elements inside of that medication? How come they didn't give the medication to the mother, and given that the mother is breastfeeding the child would get it in that way? I don't know. But this is looking and sounding highly suspicious, and it's a thing that we're hearing often about infant mortality and persons ending up in all kind of precarious situations when they choose to give birth in a country with a small population. Shouldn't we be looking into these things in a real way?
Information right now, but baby is okay and she is fine. And if anything, I'm gonna tell you back later. And he closed the door. Not up to today, that doctor didn't see me back or tell me back anything. After that, I went back on the bed. I called my husband and I tell him what happened, what I saw, and what they did. He and my mother-in-law and my mommy, they come to the hospital. When my mother-in-law come inside to reach one of the doctors and ask them what happened to your granddaughter, they tell her to stay outside and wait outside. They can't give no information right now. Right? She keep on,
Right there.
yes. She keep on asking them that me want to see my grandbaby, me want to know what happened to my grandbaby. That how I can't give me no information. That the child something wrong with the child. They tell my mother to wait outside. Anyways, my husband go in. They told my husband the same thing. Now a couple minutes after, my mother end up and she see the doctor. When she gonna reach the doctor now, the doctor turn and tell she that how baby okay, baby fine, nothing to worry about. So she said okay. The doctor coming back the room, went back straight into labor room. Come out back now, go outside, reach my mother and tell my mother how baby is critical and how they don't have any more medication to give her, that they will have to transfer us to Enmore Hospital.
No, hold on. So you heard there, no medication to give a 2-day-old baby at Bath Regional Hospital.
Yes.
So the 2-day-old baby had to be transferred to Enmore.
Where is the heart initiative? Where's the heart for the people before the initiative? With all of the funds that we got, with all of the money that the country get, all I see is playing games, buddy. I want to ask every person who listening right now as we think about it in a real way. Right? You don't get out of life alive. Why live under these kind of oppression? You don't get out of life alive. So why have your life controlled and you got to live under these kind of existence the way you ain't even safe when you go to give birth because of the levels of oppression we're going on, buddy? OMG. OMG, man. See, persons are highlighting it. Indy saying this. My fair lady, you can save that, all that sentimental speech. The support Guyanese need is mainly financial, right? Regular health care, water, access to electricity, and because it's the digital age, access to the internet, access to proper health care, maternal care when you go to give birth. I thought persons, well, not thought, but that's what it is. The human resource is the most important resource. So if you're dealing with them in the railway or in a right way that it should be dealt with, then they're dealing with the country. Hmm? Because the people of the foundation, it's so sad to hear this situation right there. We're going to hear some more about what's going on. Persons in the chat are definitely highlighting their views about what's going on. Guyanese have had enough, right? Definitely got to be fed up at some point with it. Big up yourself, PA. Good morning to the venerable host, Delta9 Media, and all the astute patriots in the chat. And big up yourself, Mr. P. Alicock. Very insightful moderation is in the flight. That's so sad. All healthcare need training. Yeah, definitely do. I suspect the baby was given an adult medication. Yeah, intended for the mother, right? Incompetence that's causing high infant mortality. You know? Child just born, how you come and giving? Listen.
Yes, correct.
Despite billions of dollars allocated for our brothers and sisters to get free health care, free medication, yet no medication for a 2-day-old baby.
Right. Yeah, so they tell my relative that, and then my husband called me and he said, you know what happened? You gotta go to Enmore. I asked him why. He said, and I get more medication to give baby, and we gotta make it fast because baby is critical. I said, okay. They send out an ambulance. When they send out an ambulance now, the ambulance they're in front of the hospital, waiting for me and baby to come downstairs. Nobody not making a preparation to bring down me and my daughter. And she have to reach the Enmore Hospital before 4 o'clock. She have to get.
You think these people trying to recycle the Guyanese culture and the nationality?
What do you
mean? Kill them off, let them run out the country. So why they do that? Who and them alone remain the majority with their family.
Yep.
Up top there, which is Guyanese. They alone enjoy the wealth of the natural resource.
Yeah. Guyana, the land will always be there, but the people will change every couple of years because of mortality. So it's inevitable, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think they're letting all these foreigners in that don't have no claim to the wealth.
Yeah.
You understand?
Cheap labor.
Right?
Cheap labor.
Yeah, they're bringing these foreigners. So when the Guyanese run to Barbados, Trinidad, wherever they could run out, the Guyanese nationality would become lesser. So they don't owe more people. They would be owing less people to give them money and more people to not to get anything, and they end up with the majority.
Yeah.
Because peer pressure, you know, but peer pressure makes people want to run out and say, boy, we can't take it in your own country. You look at the
financial pressure, political pressure. You know what I'm saying? Because some persons, if you only say anything, see them are giving the highlighter big fight right now to where you have to plug out on them this morning. I gotta make sure that I highlight that video right here on this live so persons can see when you speak out, they must come for tap your pockets. And then they're telling you about development bank.
With the girl that was at the rally and take a picture with Mohamed there.
Yeah.
Where, you know, they victimize you to the fullest, bro.
Yes.
So this is what these people is doing. Now, see now, if she got the money for child, she kids and herself out to the country, she run away and left it.
Of course.
I think that's what they're trying to do, you know. Is to put the Guyanese under pressure so much that they want to leave the place because the foreigners is getting more lives in the place, which is less costly to the government.
Yeah.
Because you're paying a Guyanese, you got to pay a Guyanese or 500,000 a month when you could pay a Venezuelan 250,000 a month. All right, they deal listening.
Big up yourself. Thanks for calling in and dropping those insights with us. You know, people sussing it out. They're trying to pressure you to make you move, to make you go to somewhere else where you thinking is a greener pasture, but the pasture ain't greener because food, clothing, and shelter, right? When you look at your food, greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media Live.
Yeah, someone said it in the comments that they think that the child was given the wrong medication. I do think that as well. And I think that Guyanese also need to question things that are going on instead of just saying like, yes, I trust them. They're a nurse, they're a doctor. I honestly do believe that the child was given the wrong medication based off of what she said, that the syringe was small and the other syringe was larger.
Yeah, and we will never know or get to the bottom of that because guess what? Where is the surveillance in the room? Where is the camera feed from the room? Where is the actual protocol that's being taken where you're sending in persons that are trained and you got a person with the experience working along with them until they get the experience? Greetings.
Yeah, I used to never comment on that wrong medication. This here too, don't just happen in Guyana. It happened around the world. My daughter was one time diagnosed in, what you call it? Well, she tell the doctor sometimes she feel like she don't want to be it. So they're actually suicidal. Right? They prescribed one medicine. The mother took her. The time I had to take and run down. When I think now I left, they're trying to give her another medicine. I tell them, I say, yo, don't let her give them nothing. I don't want to give them nothing more. When the mother tell you, before anything to be given to her, make sure that we research it. When we researched the medicine they was about to give me daughter, so she not feeling suicidal. They said the medicine, the medication would make her feel more depressed most of the time and make she feel like she want to commit suicide.
Wow, so one of these side effects.
A medication.
Yeah.
That for not to like relax her mind and take away. This medication have the effect is this. I say, yo, me and them, I have to go up there, you know. They tell them what happened, they're fighting in the morning not to release her out of the place. I got up there, I said, bro, listen, I not leaving it until my daughter come out there. I said, I'm not leaving it. I said, you know what? If this is the case, I about to call the media. This because then when I calling them from Brooklyn, because it's in Jersey, they're not taking my call. They're like the doctor busy, the doctor this, the doctor don't want because the mother said, tell them no. The father don't want to take this, the father don't want that. So now they don't want to speak to me. I'm a problem to them.
Because they ain't getting the incentive to give the medication. They're getting incentive, you know, and the reason not start to cut your wisdom.
A lot of money.
It's like so I went in once to them, right? For ailment with severe pain, right? And guess what they try to give me now? Oxy. When they tell me that I look at the person like this, and right away I know I was in the wrong place because Oxycontin is very addictive. You understand, man? Right. So they're trying to feed me out. You see what I mean?
So sometimes they might not give the child adult medication. They might give her a wrong medication because all the doctors in Guyana them just get paid from the pharmaceutical.
Yep.
To write prescription. That's what the doctor does.
Yeah.
You see when I don't tell them people about lie and news, they say, oh Lord, I tell them mother, say you left and come back. By the time I reach by the aunt where I stop at, then my daughter get released. think, and Guyana know it works, because they may have the experience and it, like putting nurses in an area that they don't have no training, because you have pediatrician nurse and you have regular nurse.
Yes.
You understand? So sometimes they can move nurses from one area that they're not trained for and put them in that other area. Are you listening?
Sad reality, bro. And it's really messed up. Very messed up. As we analyze the question of the day that's up on the channel, let's jump into that before we jump right back into what this young mother is highlighting to the opposition leader. Things that without unity, we got more of to deal with, Because remember, I keep highlighting why I use unity or else. Because without unity inside of the opposition, these are some of the things that we will continue to experience over time. Because as you could see, persons are talking about heart initiative, but they don't got no heart for the people. They don't have a heart for the people. Is the Model Village Initiative real progress or a political diversion? The Model Village Initiative, is it real progress or a political diversion? 100% of the persons that participate so far is saying it's real progress for villages. What are your views, Delta9 travelers? 100% of the persons that participated in the poll so far is saying that the Mod Village Initiative is real progress for our country. Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media Live.
Yeah, bro. Morning, my brother.
Grand Rising, what's going on?
Blessing of his family, blessing of the guardian.
Likewise.
Blessing on your child, Albert. One thing in the young my brother, we get all kind of doctors here. And what's killing the Guyanese people is that when the doctor writes the medication, most of them don't even understand the writing, bro. They just guess is what they write. Don't want to go back to the doctors them and tell the doctors, I understand what you're writing. And that is what the need to do. The doctor has to write properly so that the nurse them can understand.
Okay. That's a powerful point.
And that is what killing Guyanese, bro.
So it could be a language barrier situation as well too, because we heard that a Cuban doctor was called in.
Some of the nurses don't even understand that to say. Sometimes you have some shiny doctor and they're starting, you have another space here, bro. Because you can't understand what shit they're saying, bro. And the Ministry of Health is now looking into that. Because anytime a nurse speaks out to them, she will lose her work. And that to show you what the wrong medication. She spreads the medication instead of giving the mother the one.
Yeah.
And that is like what she said, Delta. Why don't give the mother nurse to the child?
That's how I know it used to be.
It's saying of joking the child and giving the child this and giving the child that. Give the mother going to nurse to the child.
Listen, I almost plug out on a nurse already for me daughter, and I had to take away from going to that particular facility because, bro, I don't play around with things like that at all, because I know, you see what they just do to that child, that's going to have a lot of implications, a lot. And I just hope that the parents are prepared to lose about it.
You never give a little baby like so much medication at once. You have to monitor it.
Yeah.
You just have the next 10 minutes to come back and you should rest. That is how you got to look at the reaction of the baby.
Real
how should challenge it before a step of those?
Yeah.
How should react and then a step of those? But you see, most of these nurses, bro, they share TikTok nurses and Facebook nurses. We need to pull them away from these nurses, bro. These nurses doing stupidness. Look at the nurse who will give a patient on TikTok giving the woman a wrong medication.
Wow.
When the woman says, no, that is not what you have to do. No way. rat him out. I should not take that, you know. And what I should do really right is he wrong make sure, don't you, oh, shut one door and I'm take that. Yeah, I'm take that. So get fired, bro. And that is what's going on. Too much of TikTok nurses we have, bro.
She should be gone. Big up yourself, King. Things like that, you're supposed to just get fired. You're supposed to lose your opportunity to practice. And you gotta go back and train and come back. Give you a little, you know, 30 days, 60 days, extra training. And then if you still want to be a part of what's going on in the healthcare system, we will evaluate you and bring you back into service. But you can't do in them kind of thing. Listen, what are we doing to ourselves as a people? What are we doing to ourselves as a people? Greetings, we're on to Delta9 Media Live.
Yeah. The model village is what it says. It's just a model village. It's not a realistic thing. It's a fairy tale.
Modeling. Yeah.
Yeah. All of this, you ever see that you buy some puzzle or something where you say put up this model village?
Yeah.
And you make a model. Alright. I do construction. I see them make a model before they make the village. With them, they're doing a model village. They're modeling this thing in the people's face so that the people could divert from the vessel, divert from the farm, divert from the money that just comes, divert. Now they know the thing when it comes to life with the 50% profit sharing. They know that all of this is to divert the people from focusing on the real issue in Guyanese space.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So the man, people are out, people are land. But when you build these things, who is owning these things are the Guyanese.
All right.
With a country, all right. Hear what me say? You not give these people money. Put the money and give them what they want. House, land, business, startup in a way that they could build Guyana back. Put Guyana back. If these people know how position they got.
Yeah. Good. As we reasoning right now, all right, as we reasoning, let's give some insights to persons that might not understand, right? The main reasons why persons just leave Guyana is not because of the weather, not because of the food, not because they want to just leave everything they would have known their whole life to come and live in a brand new place and deal with all the hurdles of immigration and all of these fight down and all kind of thing that you just got to face as an immigrant. You know why? The opportunity to be comfortable and the opportunity to make something from their labor that is going to be able to sustain them and their family. People don't just get up and go, well, at least I'm speaking for those that I know. You're not just getting up and go to foreign because you hear about foreign. You're trying your best to see how best you can bring some kind of life that makes sense. Because when you're living in GT as a youth, right, could you imagine me? I get my subjects, I got my own perspective and my own mindset. I can't deal with certain things that is going to be so oppressive to me that I can't even speak my mind. I can't even have a perspective that might be different from the government, or else they're going to try to tap me pocket, or they're going to send somebody to do me like they do Joshua David and them kind of thing. There's why people just get up and move, because they see what's going on. Right? That's why I understand. Why do you think persons just get up and leave and go looking for other places to live?
I know people who have 10 subjects and all these things, and they get victimized not because of the subject, because of party affiliated, where they affiliate themselves with. You know? And this is not right. If you win, if you, all of them, the members of get victimized. All of their followers of get victimized. So these guys use the scale of the data for obtaining the voter list of names.
I was one of the persons who completely believed in the system, believe in it in high school, but it's hard good. All I gotta do is go to school and do the best that I can do and get myself qualified.
You in high school, who was in the system?
The PPP was in the system. But at the same time, remember now, God, I'm naive. I'm naive to what's going on. I'm naive to what's going on. I tell you early 2000. You understand? I'm naive to the system now. I'm naive to what's going on. I know it's going to open me eye. And I'm going to share it internationally now what's going on. You know what's that opening me eye? The escapees. When the escapees come out. I said, but wait. How they living so close to the Minister of Home Affairs? And then I just so happen to... Yeah, I just so happen to hear the tape. I'm not going to say how I hear the tape, but I hear one of the tapes that they made when they went into the embassy. And I said, what is it? And then I end up going to UG now. And when I'm doing politics, I see that the fulcrum of politics is the maintaining of the system. I say I can't do that at all. I can't be a part of none of this. I can't be a part of none of that. I have to start thinking of different things that I'm going to pursue. So I look into marketing and other things to be a part of, because I say, hey, no, I can't maintain no pressure upon people. That can't be my career. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but, bro, like I said, these people trying to recycle the guy.
They are. And if persons look at the reality, when you look at the reality that you got to face in the country, you got to wake up to what's going on in your face.
One of these, like Jerry Perona, he was a bad man in your time in Guyana there. Young youth. You see? One of the killer. One of the man who was part of the people that will break out of the jail. All these things people don't know. These man never break out. They was let out for a certain job.
Let out.
So all this thing was going on.
The man rolling around in Prado.
It's this trap. These people are so put this trap. Then one guy, people know they're coming saying, how we gonna build this village? We getting 50%. That's what we gonna build this village. But you're putting up buildings. Don't put me one up building in my village. If you're building a scheme, build houses and give me the house. Give them the house and let them pay the rate of tax. Set up a more afford to work, pay and live comfortable at the same time. Give me the land when we sign over the land. Take that money. Don't give you. Listen to me. I'm here. These guys know what to do. Jagdeo know what to do. But Jagdeo would not do it. Because you see, greed take over your mind and your head and your everything. You have give me. You want the cartoon with and Bugs Bunny. Give me. You want nothing for nobody. Bro, you know when you're dead, what they should do? Take a whole thing and dump everything for you. Ideally.
I'm telling you. Big up yourself, King. Thanks for calling in. Yeah, there's certain things that you analyze as a youth. You know, it's another thing too. And I can say it, but I'm not going to say it too much. All the parents that listening right now, all the young folks that listening right now, the papers just be out for the exams them. The CXC exams, the papers just be out before the exam. Since then, the papers be out. So what kind of system are we living in? That's why you got a lot of persons in these positions that should have certain amount of qualification to themselves, but they don't, because the system is a fraud. Right? The papers just be out for these exams. And if the papers is out, greetings, Carla, 1 second. Now, if the papers is out for common entrance and CXC, you don't think it's out for the other exams and everything we're going on in the country? And if they're putting out examination paper, don't you think that people getting into position without qualification is a set of corruption that is oppressive at this point? Yeah, so when you're thinking that you're bigging up a person, this one got 20-something CXC, third, and this one got 10th grade 1, and the papers just be out. Are you saying that it just be out and that they got it, but I'm telling you for a fact that it just be out since early 2000. So what's going on now? Greetings, Carla.
Yeah, Delta, me again. Look how we are going so backward more than forward. The president rolling out village model initiative. Why you got to village them and not to just a primary village?
I telling you. Up to now we see.
You see yourself and you see the stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson is things and dirty, and that is our capital.
Yeah.
Are you going to honor the village them and not choose Jackson as a primary village? Now you understand the reason, bro. Honest truth.
Because there's a modeling thing going on. There's not no real initiative to really help people right away. It's a set of modeling and a set of clowning around because everything good for them. You understand? Everything is all right with them. They got 150 something acre farm. They got a bill set up so they can get money all the time when they retire. They got everything set up for their party go back in power, and you keep getting oppressed in the very place that you're gonna live. And if you leave out to the country, don't think the oppression is gonna stop, because now you're gonna be an immigrant in someone else's place. And trust me, that ain't nothing good.
When you got foreign, right?
Yeah.
And you got pay rent. So the cheapest rent might be $1,000.
Yeah.
They 200,000 back a yard.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a month, bro. And you make more in a week.
Yeah.
This might show you that it's not gonna feel no way when you're there, you're abroad. But when you come back to your yard, you can't pay the $200,000 rent for your yard.
But you know what else you can do? When you're there in foreign, in certain parts, the best quality food. And that in itself is gonna determine your life expectancy and the quality of life that you're gonna live. Because trust me, as a man, you're gonna understand what I'm saying. As you get older, you gotta watch your nutrition and you gotta watch the things that you're eating. And plus, though, sometimes you're in these parts of the world, you're doing a certain night shift. I want you to search nitric oxide deficiency and night sleep.
Not getting enough rest, double kill you more faster.
Yes, because it's gonna deplete the amount of nitric oxide in your body. Nitric oxide is directly connected to ailments in the circulatory system.
It's gonna tell for your heart.
Yes.
Because your heart overdrive.
Yes.
And then you'll get a stroke.
Yes. So you're putting yourself in a situation for because you gotta work harder to extend yourself so that you could be now in an immigrant position, still be able to survive in another part of the world.
Look how this government is, bro. 60 years we just accomplished. They are not 60.
Yeah.
3 major issues. Guyana facing them for 60 years. Water, electricity, and land.
Till now.
And you telling people that next year you're going to give people land?
I come with a model village conversation. Such a stupidness. Right, along with a bicycle and playing a game. Yeah.
One more point. Look how this government is so heartless. People struggling with these water and electricity. Why you as a government can give people 3 months of free electricity and 3 months of water supply? You tell me, as a government, as a caring government.
Listen, they got people.
Because you just did finance and billions of dollars to put energy to land and this and that, and how much billions of dollars, and not realizing that your people suffering. I don't have people tell me that Guyana is the food basket, you know, for the Caribbean. And people starving in Guyana.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hear people saying though.
Yeah.
And when the factors go internally and people running like hell and going.
Immigration is still on the rise. Yeah.
Why people running to Dubai? People supposed to run back home to Guyana and run away. So Guyanese people need to wake up, bro. Unless they want to die together. 300-something thousand people don't come on the road and protest. Don't say anything. Because we love it. Always love him.
I tell you.
Next 2 days is cricket. and you will see I stadium them or pull up every night or pull up the cricket.
And we
people welcome and you're happy, man.
Yeah,
don't be time because tell nothing. Be happy. Be happy. Are they listening?
Telling you playing games with myself while people play games with us and make money for the games them that they throw. While you got to go back to your reality of poverty and suffering and oppression. You can't even get a good hospital for going to get your children them in. And people telling you there's a place for you to build a family. And we continue to allow this to be the reality. Why? Because we want to be on the receiving end of corruption. We want a big boyfriend that we could call and say, hey, this one here, and they can pull a string. We want a big boyfriend that say, hey, I'm looking for do this done, they can pull a string. When things supposed to be working for the benefit of the country. First, me saying they're not gonna got big boyfriend and string pulling, but it's too rampant and it's becoming a situation that it is causing people their life, because the effect that child had with hand and foot in the air and stiff and all of them thing on, even if that child is resuscitated, they gotta keep observing because they might have implications down the road. You understand? Let's hear a little bit more of this before we jump into some more headlines, because we got a number of things to highlight on this live presentation. But we had to take some time with this one because listen, this is very important, you know. And I want persons to notice it ain't happening to so-called black mothers so they can say, oh, you know, them so-called black people, they always get something to say, they always rowing, don't worry with them. Look and see what's going on. We got to move beyond a racial divide, because if we continue to allow the same oppressors to come and tell me about all this and all that and give we all kind of things to divide itself, what's going to be the result? More of this. Unity or else. Here's some more coming in from these young parents.
The ventilator before 4 o'clock. So
no
anyways,
ventilator at bat.
No ventilator at bat. Anyways, we come down. When we come down now, 1 hour take the ambulance to left the hospital. My child was in there. I was in there. The driver for the ambulance, I don't know what he was doing. Anyways, my husband said, oh, sorry, I have to make a move. That my child is critical. That this ambulance got to left now. Make a move now. Anyways, he come in the ambulance. We left and we go to Enmore. When we reach at Enmore, sir, they carry my baby into the NICU. So the paper that they sent us with was written that she have to get medication for infection. So the doctor read the paper and she said, okay, she start treating the child for the infection. While treating the child now, she discovered that the baby come with a bad seizure. The baby had a seizure from Bath Hospital and they send the child here without saying on the paper that the child had a seizure.
OMG. How much more of this we can sit down and allow to be the real? How much more of this we want to hear and see, man? The corruption is so great, it's causing people to lose their life. You're young, you just born into the world, and corruption greeting you from the jump. You're a victim to corruption and you just born. You ain't even a month old yet and you're a victim to the corruption. This can't be the life. This can't be the existence that we are going to allow ourselves to have. Joseph, big up yourself. Thanks for being a part of the live. Greetings, we're on to Delta9 Media Live.
Yeah. We as a nation, we have to continue to sue the government, bro. We need to sue the government to billions of dollars. Not 3 million or 20 million. Billions of dollars, because that's what they give me, the foreigners. We have to sue these people to religion. You see, everyone don't want to take the test, but it's coming up. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. With the sign and the stamp. With the sign and the stamp. with the sign and the stamp that proves that the bishop fish up and he's a liar.
The snake is going to the right place. The snake is going to good enough. You get on the bar the snake here. With a biting.
Well, them could come and tell you about divinity and righteousness. Wicked.
They pray for me.
Wicked. Gotta go down. Telling you. Gotta go down, bro. Wickedness. And you got them 3 brothers in jail right now. All because you want to fill your pocket. And don't think we see what Suriname going on with. Suriname, y'all use we as no scapegoat and play y'all stepping aside and calling for investigation into what's going on with the cross-border vessel. It was darkened by y'all all the time. And now y'all know that it deteriorating to that state. Y'all have to know all the time, Suriname. Allegedly. But we ain't stupid and just said Cherie saying Guyanese people have become complacent and used to the corruption. Real point, very powerful point. And thanks for dropping those insights in the comment section. Plus, being a channel member right here on Delta9 Media. Donette is saying good morning. I always watch your show, but this is my first time texting good morning to you all. Well, thank you for taking some time out and putting some comments in the comment section, Donette. Big up yourself every time. See, frequent travelers here with us. Greetings.
Yeah, doctor.
Yeah.
You see how the other hospitals are most make the same mental mistake.
You see, the setup they were setting up the other hospital. Because the other hospital now would have misdiagnosed the child. So they're putting you in a position for you child going harm even more, you know. They don't realize, hey, you see what I was saying just now about the implications that the child is going to have? Eventually, condolences to the family members and the loved ones, because the headline is saying that the child died, right? But you see the child already exhibiting side effects from the shot right away, because it's a young system. You can't give them that strong dose.
Right. You see, that's why you see over when you go with a doctor referring what's going on, that other doctor does run his own steps.
As they should. Yeah.
You see?
And it's a good thing that they did.
Because look, the child coming there with us. This is what Chinese gotta do to this government. Crazy. Chase them crazy ball head out of town. So, you build the cabin, you plan the can, you doing everything.
Yeah.
And they come in here, bro. You're listening to music, but y'all don't media on the word. Y'all listen to it for jump up and dance and feel real nice.
Why want to know?
The message in Bob Marley music, before me slave for this country. So why y'all still slaving now?
Till now. And then your children come. Your children get to come. Your children get to come and do the same thing. Yeah.
Mr. President, no disrespect, but don't come back here. If you want a mother village, give me the money that we build our own mother village right here where we live.
No, there's a skill. Remember now when you catch a man, if you catch a man and you catch let me just use it hypothetically, right? You walking around and you see a man, now this depending on you mindset, right? You see a man, he thief him bicycle. He thief to give you one because he opened the gate and he about to empty out all the rest of things from in the area, but he can give you a bicycle. He done breaking the yard, you know, but he making you now complacent with the foolishness. So they come around telling you, but we can give you a model village and these are the infrastructural development. Meanwhile, they got 150 acres funded by God knows who, and you and your family them don't even have good health care, but they're telling you about model village. Yeah, but you didn't even get down to the basics.
When you put down a man under pressure, when you see it coming wrong, you think you're stupid. You have to come confront him with your knowledge.
See, the thing is this. You see, the thing is this.
Already told we out here. We don't want you to come and say you want to develop a model. Give us the money that we put back in our property and develop our own model village.
Yeah.
Now you don't see if what he's talking about is real. You understand now?
Yeah.
Now you tell me no. Because there's no reason for you come and tear me out down and build what you want. And then telling me at the end when you don't build, I still in debt with you.
Yeah.
No, give us whatever money. If you want to give you $500,000, give it. If you want to give you $1 million for do this thing, we $1 million in the village. Let we make some adjustments to our place. Let we improve our home. Give we that. See what's going to be the outcome. Because now you play, you're beating them at their own game.
Yeah.
Yes. Because you don't know it's a bunch of PS. You think something needs to come when they come, chase them crazy ball head out of town.
Real thing. Big up yourself.
Y'all already done slave for that country. Y'all done slave. Why did y'all know in a modern time?
Wealthy country.
Parents have done
many
years, 1,000 years, 100 years ago.
Yeah.
And fought with blood to get you guys where you have.
Yeah.
And why did you guys going back in time?
Going back into the same level of oppression. Could you imagine? On paper, you was one of the wealthiest countries in the world, but you can't even have a safe birthing of a child because you're reaching up with incompetent health care, which means underpaid most times, which means poorly trained most times, which means there's some level of corruption more than likely got to be going on because we ain't got 2 million people and we got all of this wealth, but we can't seem to get it right. We're going on with infant mortality. We're going on with this level of foolishness that these parents are highlighting right here. You know the kind of lawsuit that would come down on a facility because of this in an international location. You know the kind of lawsuits that would come down. Listen, there would be law firms that would be offering their services for a percentage of the settlement in things like this. You understand?
They only state that the child have an infection. Now they stop treating her for the infection and start speed up for the seizure because the brain, it was already losing blood. The blood will start cut off from the brain. Now, but anymore, they don't have any more ventilator. They had 2 and all 2 take up space. They don't have any more. They try call public don't have any space. She said the only thing is we have to rush to West Demerara. Now they have to transfer me and my baby. I had a cut. I had to go through, punish and go through for that piece of time.
1 second. So viewers, in Region 5, they built a $6.6 billion regional hospital for the people of Region 5. Now, our fellow Guyanese from Region 5 gotta come to Region 4, then to Region 3 to receive health care.
I'm telling you.
So therefore the system is failing.
Yes.
It is.
Continue, please.
So after we left Enmore, we went to West Dem. We reached at 10 o'clock in the night. We went there. They rushed me. Yes, with baby and me. They rushed baby into the NICU. They had the ventilator. They put my daughter under the ventilator. They start treating her, everything. I was in there. We spent 2 weeks there, 2 weeks, 4 days. Baby slightly start recover. She start recover. She start feeling better. Last 2 weeks, we get discharged and we came home. When we came home, 2 days after, I went back at Bath Regional Hospital to collect my clinic yard and my baby discharge card, because without her discharge card, she cannot join clinic, right? I went there. When I went there, They gave me baby discharge card. They said my clinic card is nowhere to be seen and nowhere to be found.
Misplaced.
Yes, it was misplaced. I turned and tell the midwife, I said, Narcy, I gave birth here 2 weeks ago. And you tell me by then 2 weeks ago my clinic card disappeared? That I need my clinic card. And mind me, the baby, the child mothers and that give birth with me on the same day, all of their clinic card are there. But my clinic card is not there. They collect my number. They say whenever they find it, they're gonna call me. Up to a day like
Never
today,
call you, they'll
no
never find
call,
out.
no respond, nothing, nothing at all. And it's yes, the same day I went and collect the clinic yard, 2 baby dies.
We witnessed one, and the Saturday when we went in with them, the Saturday one.
Yep.
Wow.
So you witnessed one?
Yep. The mother was coming out from the wheelchair and she was crying with her bags in her hand. And while she was crying, her mother told her that don't worry, that God know why he take this one, you're gonna get back one more. So that to my logic tell me that your baby died. Yes, and she was crying.
Baby discharge card. The
yes.
Vaccine.
When baby born, they gave her the BCG vaccine and they didn't put it on the card.
What type of?
Yeah, she's supposed to go clinic to get back the same BCG vaccine because it didn't state on the card. So when my midwife came, midwife said call the hospital and ask them if baby collect the vaccine. So when I went now and asked them that if baby collect the vaccine, them say yes. So me say if she collected vaccine, why is not stated on the card?
They said
my!
They told you that they don't have the badge number.
They don't have the badge number.
About?
Yes.
They give the baby the BCG and then write it on the clinic.
Yeah, the card. When I show them now, the next day when I come back,
the batch number
from my clinic card.
The batch number is gonna tell you the exact information about the medication that was given to the infant, when it was made, the expiry date, the amount that you have, you know, how long it's been in storage, this, that, and the third. They don't want y'all to understand exactly what was given to the infant. That's why they're telling you, but oh, they didn't have the batch number and this, that, and the third. You see these type of games they be playing with people. But you know, to a certain extent, we the people, the power is in the hands of the people, you know. The power is in the hands of the people. We got to put right persons in these positions of power, or else we got more and more of this to deal with. Trust me. How could you say, but oh, you don't, how you don't know the batch number, but you administering medication, but you don't know the batch number? Or you could tell, listen, if you don't know the batch number, why are you giving it to persons? You're supposed to make your records before you administer anything. You're supposed to write down what you're giving to people. Greetings.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah.
When you see things like that, it's only when it's reached home to you, then you'll be affected, you know. And that is what people don't understand. When your neighbor house on fire, help control water.
Yes, when your neighbor house on fire, got to help control it.
The house can't catch my house. Help control water.
Yes.
Only when we reach out to we Guyanese individually, then we will want to cry out. But that the cry will be too late.
Bro, listening to this situation angers me. Listening to this situation angers me because, listen, as a parent, you don't want to hear these kind of things. How you telling me but you giving medication but you don't know the batch number? You serious?
You don't even get your clinic, the baby, they can't nothing because they tell themselves, I'll do them over there.
Yeah.
They don't want them, they don't want to be comfortable for it.
Yes.
And that's what's going on. Then broke region, bro. And the last one them to post them up and running immediately.
Well, we heard about the control, even down to the judicial system that's going on in Guyana. So Let's see how far that would get. You know, it's just a sad state of affairs.
Look what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Being MK is the 4th of September or the 3rd of September sometime. But look at this. Look at this. When we had election, not the 4th of September.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what you hear after, right? Good. Look at it again, your brother. The annals and the laws done coming out. The Bar Association done coming out and denounced that these judgments were fair. So whatever the judgment ruling they had now that is going to be published, that is final. But Mohamed got surprised to them because they're going farther and they're gonna put a ban and a stop on this thing right now. Let's see them the next month. So hear about it.
Yeah, big up yourself. Big up to the persons taking time out to call in and share the insightful commentary. Remember, you the callers, you the persons that are in the chat, the persons that drop commentary, you make the live what it is. I thank you. Greetings, we're on to Delta9 Media Live.
Yeah, they asked about my young question in an interview.
Yeah.
They said, Bob, you never went to school or finished school. How you so knowledgeable with things? The man said, through my meditation, the Father Most High show I and give I the answer to many questions.
Mm-hmm.
We need to slow. Some of the Guyanese need to slow down and start meditate on what is going on around them so that their mind could open and they could see things for what it is. You see the police, them especially, because like I said, when you are on that turn on your own family, you are on decide to stand up against the government, you all have the power more than the civilian people.
Yeah.
And you are still there and oppressing your people. The government ain't pay you enough. But you're looking for a man that try to make a little money on the road doing a taxi for take from him.
Yeah, you're looking for a mother selling she little egg ball and telling she gotta sell you the egg ball. She can't sell burgers. She gotta move. She stand all kind of thing. Yeah. Instead of taking care of the real situations in the country.
Going back to this batch number, the VP said Guyanese are stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna do a lot of things because they are already in their mind. All Guyanese below them are stupid. The Guyanese are not in their group, which is the wealthy, the rich, and the middle class. They are stupid, and which is those who like Mohammed and them who have money like them.
Mm-hmm.
They too are stupid because they are not part of the group. Bro, when you hear the batch number, tell you the name of the medication, the date, the time.
Yeah.
And I say this. I wonder if it's expire medication. What we don't yet.
Bro.
But the expire medication, these things when they expire, they create a certain bacteria.
That in itself is malpractice because how you administering treatment without recording the batch number. Therefore, you don't know what you just gave to that patient.
But you know what's so funny though?
These things is
bro. I've been saying it in a conversation yesterday. I said the Guyana insurance company are part of the government, which is a part of the bank and all these things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so messed up that you cannot sue a company in Guyana and get money from the insurance. You cannot sue, you insure your car. Are you in a car that have insurance run into an accident in the car, run into an accident, and you as a passenger can't get no compensation? Bro, let these things make sense. And the president and then coming out and say, oh, we are the fastest growing way. Yes, Guyana are we are. This means them are the fastest growing economy. Not Guyana and the people below them. They are.
Yep.
So you gotta listen to them and transfer and They said they were
Yeah.
parables. The
Yeah.
parables gonna expose everything.
Yeah.
They are. They say one Guyana. One Guyana, yes. Even so you say one Guyana on his own here. Yes, there's one Guyana here where they say one Guyana means them alone. No other people. You see? But if you people need to start telling them, don't come tell we got use the motto, we got one people, one nation, one destiny.
Gotta stop them in the tracks, bro. You gotta pull them up in the tracks. You gotta let them know, hey, don't come around with no foolery.
It's a bunch of clowns, and y'all make these guys feel like y'all sitting in a circus and they're entertaining y'all spending y'all money. Like the Yankees say, when all these things happen, y'all spending y'all money. And these guys sit down with a big like, look at these fools up in the sun. We get them all. The what? Yeah. And we not giving, but we still taking.
Yeah.
They want and we not giving. Listen to me, guys. Y'all breaking it. Y'all want, they're not giving, but they're still taking. So when they get a big show, the food, the dish, y'all gonna pay thousands of dollars for support them.
Yep.
And at the end, when y'all done, when the event done, y'all barring.
Gotta go back to your same oppressive lifestyle after they don't pacify you and everybody, you see the celebrating, yeah, back to normal. Everybody thinking everything is back to normal till the situation face you, right? And this is the thing we gotta move away from. We got to put a stop to some of these things. This can't be normal. Yeah.
A Chinese man said it to Americans, They say, Americans are so dumb. They choose dumb president. And why they're so dumb? That the president would back them today and tomorrow they forget. Guyanese, that's what Guyana with y'all. I just reuse it for sure. Was these people come back to spit in your face today and tomorrow y'all they come wrong you and y'all say, yes, president. Yes, Prime, yes, Minister.
Yeah.
Look, you show the first video with that minister. What's your name? And them start looking whole. You see how y'all they're lying so much, they start looking whole.
Yeah.
You see? So, you guys are the power. You are the people. You have it. It starts from the force up and down. Bro, they ain't doing nothing for none of y'all. The police force, the soldier. None of y'all ain't getting nothing. None of y'all can't go living one of the expensive village, like Paradoville and them. None of y'all, because even to the middle class minister like James Van and them, can't get no house there. So y'all tell me it makes sense why y'all are sitting following these orders and taking these better beer. Idealistic.
Big up yourself. That's a good point. As we analyze the reason, big up yourself, Sherry. Sherry saying it was a cover-up. We have to rise up and speak out. Definitely. And I'm going to ask persons right now. Almost 400 persons live with us. And we've been live now for a bit more. Let's say an hour and 20 minutes. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, thumbs up this live so that persons internationally and locally will get to understand some of these issues that we're highlighting and advocating for. You had a chance to see exactly what the leader of the opposition was highlighting with those young parents. And there's a number of other headlines connected to that we will be highlighting right here on this channel and in this live presentation. Take a couple of seconds. Thumbs up the live. It helps to boost the video in the algorithm. Please and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Now we're going to move forward with this presentation, right? Because guess what? Unity or else. That's the over. I'm going to say it over and over and over until it registers and persons start to realize what I'm saying if they not already realize already. The most recent success that the opposition would have had was via coming together with other parts of the opposition and creating coalition government. Unity or else it's going to be more of the same. I'll say this again. Guyanese, you need to hold a protest in front of the American embassy with placards asking President Trump for his help in ending this. Real thing. Real thing. Powerful point coming in right there from the moderator, P.A., giving us some insights that make a lot of sense. There's a step that persons really need to take. Because it's like, what else is next? What is going to be next?
Sleepy is the only diaper brand in Guyana with such a wide range to choose from. We cater to all babies, from newborns all the way to stage 7. Our collection includes Sleepy New, Sleepy Sensitive, Sleepy Natural and Organic, Sleepy Night, and don't forget our fashion jeans. Most of all, they're available in both paste and pull-up styles. Sleepy, Guyana's #1 selling baby diaper, available at stores nationwide.
Study hard, work hard, play harder. Verb, nerve, and muscle power. Keep thinking and moving at any age. Verb, nerve, and muscle power.
Young people are coming up, don't care about nothing. You can look at the leaders them. No standard, no respect.
I'm not an advocate of the PNC, but I'm an advocate of truth. So if moral standard and respect is the conversation here, Prince, as a People's Progressive Party and civic mouthpiece, you need to sit this one out. You need to sit this one out, champ. Don't just shut up. Just shut up. This is not an attack to you personally. Let's address what you have said. Because the conversation can never be moral standard and respect. When the party you support had a minister of government in parliament telling a woman, a mother of our society, who by the way was a member of parliament, in parliament, that she needs a dildo. Moral standard and respect cannot be the conversation we're having right now. And it was allowed by the party you support. We cannot have a conversation about moral standard when one of the ambassadors of Guyana in India that your party sent to represent was caught on camera telling a woman to take a dog and push it up. So, Prince, let me don't talk about moral standard and respect. What happened to y'all? The party you support had a sitting minister who was accused of raping a 16-year-old girl or a 50-year-old girl at the time that it happened. That young lady reached out to the president of the party you support, and she was ignored until it became public. Then everybody brings her to have a conversation, and she went into for questioning, stayed 3 weeks in, and by the time she came out, her testimony changed. Let us not talk about moral standard and respect. Come on, Prince. Come on, brother. Come on. As a community member, I cannot have you out here sounding like this, brother. And I'm not attacking you. I'm addressing what you've said because y'all get your party tie up quick. I'm not addressing you, so don't feel personally attacked. Let's address what you've said. And as a person who has a lot of value in ethnic pride, I'm not going to come out here and abuse down nobody from my community because of a party they support. But at the same time, I want to do my due diligence of educating you on something. You know, a lot of you always come out here and get these contracts and try to prove your loyalty to these parties and hopping, flicking, and jumping. Take a step back. Inhale and exhale, then look around. You and go and tell all the other mouthpieces, look around and see how many others who have gotten bigger contracts than you doing what you all do. Why did you feel the need to prove your loyalty by coming out here and making yourselves look so soft? You know, I'm sitting down the other day and I'm looking at the protests, you know, and some people came out to protest. Now, we all know and understand the severity of the matter. We understand why the people are out there protesting. We understand the hurt. We understand everything. And I've seen my brothers going out there and getting in the face of the protesters and antagonizing the protesters. And I'm saying, if you collect your money, you know, like tell them when they don't talk, right? You want to tell them. If you collect your money and you think, collect your money, shut your mouth and support the party, yeah, vote PPP, done. You're going out there for antagonizing people and it's your own people you're doing it too. I don't want to assume that people be sky all out for do these things. I would never assume that. I believe y'all come out here because y'all have a desire to prove your loyalty, but ask yourself why the other ethnic groups don't come out here and do that. Ask yourselves that question. And if it is that y'all be getting called to come out and do these things, which I don't believe y'all do, then why does call y'all? What is their view of you? What is their view of you that every time a protest happen, they call you for come out and stand up against? Like we need to get a sense of pride and dignity and self-respect. I cannot demand that another man respect me if I don't first respect myself.
Real thing.
Yeah, we need to get it together, Prince. Come on. If you're gonna come out here and talk, at least sound fair, logical, and unbiased when you do. At least that's how you maintain your credibility, Prince. Come on, do better. And quick advice for you, brother. You don't have to be a member of PNC to give some respect where it's due. Whenever you're addressing Terence Campbell, you should add Mr. before it or something. You know? This is not a man that came out here and
join you. 5 years, my cousin, I'm gonna join you like. Me, I look for everything that come my way. Because me already talk about you. Why me was sit down and eat and drink with you? The right for say some will eat and drink with you. Turning on so support you. The right for says of the truth. The right for says of the truth. I mean, are you brave? Are you real brave for truth here? Are you real brave for truth? Me can't do that at all. First thing, me not like wrap up and F up. Me can't do what I just do. If you look at the logics, another PNC that blame, you know, is the people. Is the people. Good morning, Joy. Is the people. Is the people that blame. It's them. Because them is the Judas. Them are the and they come out and they're still trying to tell people, oh, it's better here. Y'all stop lying. Your life can never be better. Stop lying. And why they resign, and a lot of people don't know politics, you know. You see, a lot of people don't know politics, you know. But a lot of people don't know politics, you know. Remember them when under Granger time. And when Arbery come in, Arbery would have had to pick a new team. So what a lot of them do, they resign, trying to paint the picture. Oh, we can't work with him. Oh, he's not being nice. Oh, he's not, but the man would have swept the floor. A lot of them wouldn't be in his parliament. So that's why they resign before. Because every leader come in, they got to change the cabinet. They will change the whole house. So half of them will resign before. It's not that they left the party because the party not doing nothing, you know. It's because they wouldn't go back into parliament. So they resign and then they say, oh, they try to push this narrative like, oh, you know, the party very bad. But they know good what they were doing. They know good what they were doing. They know good what they were doing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't get type of them. That's how politics is. Kind of people know politics, you know. It's not that they resign, oh, because this was no. They know that they want to go back to parliament, so they resign before and start putting the narrative like if the party was bad to them. Yes, the party gets some bad eggs. Yes, the party need a proper purging and cleaning. But they know what they were doing. They are wicked set of people. They know what they were doing, man. They know good what they were doing. And that's and every day they out here, remember every day they come out here, they got work for the supper. They got recruit people. They got make sure, you know, they convince. So every song they hear, they got to come out and respond to it. And listen to the whole thing now. None of the PPP supporters is not coming out here and cuss nobody. The rah PPP supporters. You know who doing the cussing? The ones them that left parties and go over. All of them doing the cussing. All of them. You ever see them PPP supporters from Port Morant and Babu Jan and them come out and cuss anybody on the internet? No. You might see a little page, fake page now and there put up something. But those people don't have energy because they don't need to cuss for nothing. They know where the meal's coming from. Watch the trend and the people who coming out here every day to cuss their own. Is the people who left and go over there and they have to come out and disrespect their own because the people do a reverse psychology on them. The PPP run a reverse psychology on them. Okay, you used to cuss me, you know, but here we're going to do you know. I'm going to use you to cuss your own people back. And we going to sit down and watch how you fight and cuss each other. And that's what they're doing every day on the internet. Every single day they could click a live. Every day they click a live is to cause their own matty. Or cause the people who they used to work with. Or cause the party who they once was what I die for. It's a trend. Watch it. Them people don't come out a.
Greetings. You're on to Delta9 Media Live.
Right, me not call for stay long, me just call for big up this clip here, boy. This clip is serious. This clip is there in a depth. And if Guyanese don't listen to this, this is no myth. Everything is on point. Everything is on point. You see? Everything, bro. So big up for this clip here.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Big up yourself.
I did watching it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for calling in and dropping in insights. Yeah. Judge was definitely highlighting some very powerful points in this presentation. See, June is saying, real talk, Judge. Big up yourself, June. Thanks for being a part of this live presentation. Shell, thanks for tuning in. Shell is saying, Judge speaks. You are on. The real ones. You're one of the real ones. Floyd, thanks for tuning in. Floyd is saying, well said. That said it all. Yeah. Why some persons just is always the ones at the front? Remember when we was watching what went down recently at Watuka guest house? Who was the persons on the step? Who was the persons creating that bar up? Right? And who was the persons literally in front of the camera disrespecting their own people? It's crazy when we analyze these things and call a spade a spade.
Watch it trend now. Watch it. Y'all didn't see the trend yet. I don't know if y'all even see the trend there. I don't know if y'all even see the trend what's going on. Y'all didn't see it. Y'all didn't see it. Because a lot of the people, proper supporters, they don't come out here. Because a lot of them own businesses. You think that people stupid? You think that people stupid? A lot of the people supporters running a business. You think they're going to come out here to jeopardize the business because black people spend more money. Black people spend money every day, all day. every year we want change chair, curtains. Who you gonna buy curtains from? The same Indian man. Who you gonna buy chairs from? Same Indian man. Who you going to furnish your house from? Same Indian man. Who you buying the car from? Same Indian. You see what's going on? Them people running some kind of business, them people that have to come out there every day for sit down on a life for cost nobody. Them people don't get time for that. Them people don't have the time for that. When the time comes for vote, them know what they're voting. So instead of coming out there to convince people how strong supporter you are, what you are supposed to do is try to sit down and educate and teach than to come out here to cause y'all just look very dumb and stupid. Y'all just look very dumb and stupid. Every day that y'all come out here to cause somebody, y'all just look real dumb. Every day y'all come out here to put up something that parties y'all once was a part. Morning, Miss Yonet. Every day y'all come out here, y'all doing it. Every single day y'all come out. Y'all look real dumb. And y'all cussing because of what? Y'all waiting on y'all time for y'all contract. Y'all waiting on y'all time. And I come out here and I cuss everybody and the mother. I just cuss through and go through. But then remember, y'all running a business. Somewhere the other y'all running a business. That guy was just singing. You just play for people. I like me have an event, I will never take you. I run an event, I won't take you. Because instead of speak on national issue, yes, you gotta know how to do it. You gotta know how to come out and curve it. It's not like me. You understand me? You pick up just singing that there's a part of you live in. You depend on that also. You could go out, do 3 weeks tonight, you could do 3 funerals tomorrow, you have a business. But then take up politics on your head. It shifts your business away from you. Because people now start look at you in a different way. But why would I take you? I'm a strong believer of a different party. And you use a strong believer of another party. And you don't take us in. Me, people, when the day come, you think I'm going to take you? Me taking you for play no way for me. You ain't coming wrong me. You ain't coming wrong me. You got stay some. I know y'all ain't see though. And until the people stop supporting your business and you're thinking getting a contract is gonna make you rich. Contract is, listen, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Because a lot of y'all waiting on a contract and a lot of y'all don't understand. The way materials and the way things are so expensive in Guyana. If you get a $10 million contract, right? The contract that you have, or a $14 million, so like, say you get $20 million contract. You don't see $20 million. The government never cut a check for $20 million and give you. Because work go in phrases. Right? The government never cut a $20 million check and give it to you one time. So if you get no money to go into this business, you don't get no money to go into the business, right? And the government said, I'm going to get $20 million to do this whole street. Oh, there's a big contract I get. Now, $20 million goes sound enough in your high. But remember, you have no materials. You have no capital to start a business. So, obviously, you're going to be running broke. Because you got to rent everything. Look what the catch is. Y'all come with your contracts. Y'all come. Look what the catch there. All your materials, you got to go and buy it from the friends, and the family who sell these things. They will recommend you to go to Tom to get the machinery. Here, they go tell you, oh, I go by Tom, you're gonna get all the machines. Mind you, you don't go into this business with no money. Because some of y'all get business idea, business sense. They go cut a check now because you're supposed to go and sit down with your engineer or whoever and say, here what happened. I want to start phase one of the work. The first thing I want to do is dig up, sand fill, and carry away the things them. Or dig up and we go sand fill. Where's the cost you're gonna give me for dig up and sand fill? Everything I go from pen and paper. Then now you got the materials now. So your phase one materials now, you're gonna say, okay, I'm gonna spend $5 million on materials. Then I gotta pay an extra $2 million or $3 million for these things that I am renting on a daily basis. Now you get a $40 million or $20 million contract, and the government only cut the check for $6 million. Because the government will give it in 3 stages. Stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. They cut the check for $6 million. But your budget already running to $8 million. Tell me. Tell me.
Things that you gotta analyze as we look into what's going on in our beautiful country, because you know these things sometimes we notice it, but it is go over a lot of person's head. You know, they hear about the contract, but you hear about the level of things that you gotta deal with. Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media Live.
That's what I said yesterday. Man like this, one of them don't get direct contract. They gotta go to a middleman that got to job deal. Because they do not have the money. I see enough for them in Guyana. They don't have the money sometimes to rent these excavators. So what they do, they use manual labor. Is right?
Yeah.
To do sort of thing that the excavator is supposed to do, quick and fast. So now, if the work could take a month, do because they don't have the money for the excavators. They use manual labor. They work run over to 2 months.
Okay.
So, right, because manual labor is more time consuming.
Yeah.
So sometimes there's one of them now. They got these set of man now. The big man which said that they'll say, talk to Mr. Singh. Mr. Singh is who will deal with you with that contract. So if the contract is so much, this man is getting so much out of it. That the other don't take the cut. Mr. Singh got get cut. Because now Mr. Singh got set all the things in progress. So in place, put things in place so that James Bond could done this work on a suitable time.
Yeah.
So he, Mr. Singh now, go rent the machine for James Bond. So now James Bond money now start getting. That James don't have all of that money to start up the business. You see? But for the man them now who in part in a position like James Bond, go to a contract, they have more problem. Because they ain't got Mr. Singh to do the thing. Because now if the contract pass to Mr. Singh, then go to James Bond pass it to you as a friend and say, yeah, I got the contract for you from PPP. And give you now, so you slim now, you at the bottom. You can't go through Mr. Singh. Because remember, you know, James Bond can't go to Mr. Singh because James Bond is not really doing the work. He just subcontract the work now to you. So you know God find a way now. You guys know God again $10 million contract. A contract that starts from 50 million end up beyond for 10 million. Let it make sense.
And this is why we're getting all of them inferior projects and things that got repaired in a couple of days. Cardboard road.
All right. A lot of mistakes make a lot of people walk out because you ain't getting money for paying the people them the way you want to. So what you do now for bring back this, hey, we gonna cut end, cut corners. I could carry it now, drain that they cut end corners. Like where me white live, they had to dig up and redo the whole thing, the whole bridge. How they did it, they cut corners to the water. So now barely passing through, they put a pipe through. But yo, if you see them mess, some of them does too bad.
Tell him.
You understand? Now when you in them village that now, if you don't have the money to correct their mistake, you probably gotta live with water rolling up on your land.
And all because of a high level of corruption and people with a big boyfriend, and they putting people in these positions to have to deal with the hurdles when they don't come around, right? It's crazy.
I remember the one who bid for the contract is Mr. Singh. So that the contract, Mr. Singh know the contract is 30 million. Jagdion said, you got to carry this to Parliament. Put 50 million. So Jagdion will take a chunk off of the top. So when it comes to Mr. Singh now, Mr. Singh has chuck up. By the time he jails man, it there to the exact price. So now jails man got chunk off of the price. And chunk, so now you are the bottom man. Guess who? That's why some people are saying, jails man miss me. You give me a contract, they buy me, make no proper money. You understand how the thing works. I break it down to them. Guy, they in this field. You see? So now for them workers, that's why I said there are 3 classes within the PPP government. The wealthy, the rich, and the middle class, which is James Van. The wealthy, the rich is Mr. Singh, like the judge said. Them people that have the excavator, the hardware, the big hardware, stuff like them that is the rich people, them. So James Van got to them. When you get the contract, you got to them. It's like they say, I give you independence. If you got any independence, no. You put that thing purple in. We give you what you say you want. But when we walk away, you still have to depend on us because we control the market. I didn't explain.
Big up yourself. The ones who control the market, the ones who are really controlling the system. Well, big up yourself to all of those live with us, almost 400 persons rocking out with us. Big up yourself, all the travelers. No, this is a Truth Thursday presentation. So we're going to get into some truth coming from the former finance minister, Honorable Mr. Winston Jordan, right? He's going to give us some insights into some esoteric history that we should all hold dear and try our best to make a note of and analyze and see if there are implications that we're still dealing with because of what Honorable Mr. Jordan is going to highlight right now for us. Let's hear these insights coming in about some of the history of Guyana. Did you know this? And if so, do you think that we are still affected by some of these things?
95th anniversary of British Guyana being offered by the British government to Inyo as an Indian colony. So here is this letter that was printed in the Stabbock News of December the 6th, 2014, under the headline, "The British Guyana Colonization Scheme is Little Known." It's a letter from Eric Phillips, and it says, Friday, December the 5th, 1919, was a very important day in Guyanese history. Yet, none of our historians and none of our history books have made this public knowledge. The day marks the 95th anniversary of British Guyana being offered by the British government to Inyo as an Indian colony. Let me go over that quickly. The day marks the 95th anniversary of British Guyana being offered by the British government to Inyo as an Indian colony.
Okay, y'all hearing this?
Known as the British Guyana colonization scheme. It was based on, quote, free immigration of Indian agricultural families, end of quote.
Oh, so it was like another indentured laboring, right? Like another indentureship that they were trying to set up. You see, when you got to go back to these facets of history, is help you to realize what's going on even now, right? Because remember recently they had a situation with a number of persons from India that was in Guyana, they was working and they had problems getting their money and even money to return back home. Yeah, I remember though. Let me listen some more what the Honorable Mr. Jordan is highlighting.
Much of this plan can be found in the pioneer, quote, colonizing British Guyana, inducement to Indians, facility for land, end of quote. Thursday, December the 11th, 1919, page 6. And in the Liberal Lahore Indian National Congress special number, Monday, December 29th, 1919. The scheme, among other inducements to Indian settlers, was to provide them with free passage and guaranteed employment for an equitable wage. For those who do not believe this hidden part of our history, the Guyana Reparations Committee suggests as further reading the Combined Court Proceedings number 14/1923 CSO 4399/23 NAG Georgetown, page 20, where it is written, quote, as our population is now about 45% Indian, that is 145,000 souls, and our constitution involves equally of all races, we are really offering Inyo a colony of its own on the northeastern coast of South America.
Wow.
With fertile soil and a healthier climate than that of Inyo or of any large tropical colony, end of quote. Through the colonization scheme, it was argued by Dr. Noonan that Inyo was being offered a colony of its own in distant South America. This offer to Inyo was debated for 10 years, from 1919 to 1929. Many delegations visited Guyana, Inyo, and Britain during this time. Delegations such as the Noonan Loku delegation investigated the offer. The Indian government named Mahatma Gandhi as the final arbiter of the offer. Gandhi viewed the offer with great caution and suspicion and was only willing to consider the offer if the Indian immigrants would be granted equal rights.
Wow. You got a chance to hear a piece of history right there that when you analyze it, you gotta ask yourself, so wait, they debated over making Guyana a colony to India for 10 years, but 15 years after that, in 1945, they split up what used to be known as India into two. A number of persons would have lost their life, and all the things that would come down the line because of what went down in 1945. But even before that, y'all hear was the implications going on in Guyana. Listen, this is a piece of history that we definitely need to make sure that we don't forget. Guyana could have been a colony to India, which is technically like proxy being a colony all over again to England, because we know at that time, even beyond, England was running and plundering India.
Many leading figures such as C.F. Andrews and Benris Das Chaturvedi were involved in this decade-long assessment. The Indian government established many groups to assess the offer. There was a select committee of the Central Legislative Council. There was a three-man commission comprised of Juan Badur, P. Kesabo Pile, and VN Tiwari. This was called the Pile Commission. Ultimately, Gandhi said no to the offer. He saw it as Britain seeking cheap labor to exploit. His views were that quote, Englishmen in South Africa are no worse than in India or Fiji or British Guyana. Some sections of the Indian press were also opposed to the idea, as well as other prominent Indian voices. Many things were tried by the British to encourage Indian colonization of Guyana. In 1928, Governor Sir Gordon Guggisberg proposed a model land settlement in the colony. And so in 1929, Bushlock Essequibo came into being. The end of the scheme came about after a visit by C.F. Andrews in 1929. Much of Guyana's history has been hidden from the man in the street. Both former President Cherry Jagon, born in 1918, and former President Forbes Barnum, born 1923, spent their early years while this debate was hot.
Wow. So why would they hide most of the history from the man in the street? Because if you know your history, then you have a foundation that is sound and you can move forward understanding just how you are represented in the room. Just your worldview is going to be completely different because you understand where you're coming from, so you know where you're going, right? So that's why they would try to keep you ignorant and hide the history of the country from you. But then they're going to send you to school and they're going to tell you that that is the history and the information that you should learn and retain. Big up yourself, Mr. Jordan. Give us some more of these insights, Elder.
Yours faithfully, Eric Phillips. So again, a piece of history that remains hidden, remains relatively unknown, remains unstudied by all of our great historians. And so we're sleepwalking our way while others have studied that history carefully and perhaps in the process of executing it. While we are sleepwalking our way into oblivion.
Jeez.
It is not. This is how these schemes start. In some places, they were powerless, like in Argentina, to fight back.
So create another colony under proxy so we could do them what we want to do them, and then we can say, no, it's India, it's Indian, it's India ruling the colony of Guyana now, even though England ruling India. So India ruling Guyana, if England was ruling Guyana before and then they put a person that they're ruling for rule you. There's a proxy, there's a cat's paw, so they could take the oppression to a whole different level and then point the finger to the scapegoat and they get the blame and shame. Right? It's a crazy, crazy situation. And this is why I keep highlighting the fact that we can't fall for this divide. We can't fall for these racial divide that they keep trying to give to us, because it's the same colonizers that would do the same thing to India in 1945. I highlighted it on the channel already, right? And you could check it for yourself. Google search India 1945.
But we are sleepwalking our way into this. The British, again, this was not the end of Britain trying to sell out British Guyana to other groups other than hand it over to the African.
Yeah.
This is not the force. Wasn't the force, and it wasn't the last attempt. I read you. Do you know that the British attempted to settle the Jews in Guyana after they didn't have a homeland? Did you know that? Did you know the problems that Palestine getting today could have been right here in Guyana?
Definitely.
Right here in
it's
Guyana.
Crazy.
Let me read a little piece.
That's under
Half of
President
Guyana
Truman.
was designated to become the Jewish homeland in 1939. 1939, just before the World War II broke out. Guyana was being British.
6 years before they divided India into Pakistan and what we now know as India, they were about to give Guyana over to, listen, I'm not going to even say the word because usually that has situations, especially on this platform.
Guyana was being considered home to the Jews. Half of Guyana was designated to become the Jewish homeland in 1939. In 1939, Britain considered settling Jewish refugees fleeing Nazi Germany in the South American colony of British Guyana as an alternative to Palestine.
Wow.
A commission deemed the interior suitable for agriculture, but the plan was largely abandoned due to World War II.
Okay.
Logistical difficulties and opposition from Jewish organizations focused on Palestine. Following the 1938 Evian Conference and Britain's 1939 White Paper restricting immigration to Palestine, Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain proposed leasing land in British Guyana.
So who really created this promised land? And even now we gotta analyze even the information that is in the Helios Biblios. We gotta analyze the information that is even presented to us in the Helios Biblios. What's the Helios Biblios? The Bible. We gotta analyze the information that is even presented in the Bible, both parts, Old and New Testament. Because in the Old Testament is when we're talking about the children of Israel. Right? And who does claim that they are the children of Israel and claim that they are now in Palestine, the promised land? Here was the real history about the promised land. And now you hear was the real history about the promised land. Do you still 100% believe the information that is written down for you in the Helios Biblios, just like that, without you analyzing what really going on around you? These people create these books and give you this information to oppress you, to keep you divided. But we look at it and we come around and we act so pious that it allows us to divide ourselves from the very people around us, which we should be unifying with, to lift all the ethnicities that's under this colonized oppression for decades and probably even generations at this point out of it. It's crazy.
The proposal considered over 40,000 square miles of jungle, swamp interior, sometimes referred to by officials as a potential new Balfour Declaration.
I'm telling you, and I study it in depth when it comes down to the Old Testament. I know it well. I used to be a Hebrew Israelite back in the day, I know the Old Testament A1. The minute you start reading, I could tell you which book you're in. I might not be able to tell you directly the chapter that you're in, but I could tell you what book you're in, and we can have a conversation from the beginning to the end about what the implications and this, that. I study it in depth, right? So it's very important that we analyze what persons is presenting to us, as religious history and ordain this and ordain that. The hearing was the real history about it. They were supposed to come to Guyana, but then they divert to other place because of the implications from the war. And if you check and see who was the person that was really orchestrating all of this, they got a movie that highlights insights into the person, the Truman Show. And we're talking about President Truman. Go and check out the Truman Show, and you're going to get even more insights to it. Because if you pierce the veil and you really understand the esoteric power behind that president, it takes the veil off your face on a number of things that's going on right now in our present day reality.
Or sovereign state. A 1939 commission reported that a small-scale pilot project was possible, but the outbreak of war and the harsh, isolated terrain made large-scale settlement impractical. Hence, only about 130 Jewish refugees found refuge here during the war, with most eventually leaving thereafter. That was the machination of the British. They had no intention of allowing freed African slaves controlling the territory called British Guyana, which is today known as Guyana. Every attempt was made to bring other ethnicities and races to populate Guyana. And to control the land.
You think it's now? You think it's now?
And had not the slaves had the foresight to pool their resources in a cooperative effort to buy those abandoned plantations and create their own villages, history would have been very unkind to them in terms of their eventual existence. And had Britain succeeded in their plans for Indian immigration in the context of what I've just listed,
a natural way to stay ready, baby, because I'm ready for you, Mr. C.
The ultimate male supplement, men's total wellness formula, packed with essential nutrients for men's health.
She'll call you Mr. C.
Out of this country. In the whole recolonization of Guyana that is taking place right before our eyes, note carefully who are the major victims of this. The landless Africans and the near landless Amerindians. Those are the two who suffer the most in this recolonization of Guyana.
I'm telling you. So they're telling you about independence. Nobody can come and give you nothing. All freedom. Because they could come and take it back. You gotta earn that. Nobody can come and sell you no dream. Oh, you this, you know. Because anytime they could manipulate and take back that same so-called independence that was granted. You understand? Because who does grant access or grant away one of the most wealthiest colonies? It's an industry where you got banks insuring slave labor. Banks used to put insurance policies on slaves. So it's an industry, right? And these persons are not going to come out and tell you to your face what's going on, because as we just heard from the former finance minister, that this is a history that a lot of persons don't even really analyze like that anymore, right? Details that we can't allow ourselves or our children to forget. Guyana could have been the so-called promised land. And then what would be the situation of our people right now if we to look at what's going on in the Middle East? Look at the level of corruption that's going on in Guyana right now. Could it be because they realize that a lot of persons don't realize a lot of these things? They don't understand what's going on right in front of their face? These are the things we gotta really analyze, you know, Delta9 travelers. I want to say a special thank you to all the persons that are live with us right now. All the frequent travelers, all the moderators, all the persons traveling with us for the first time. If you enjoy the presentation and you like to know every time that we are live right here on Delta9 Media, hit that subscription button. It costs you nothing, but it will keep you connected with everything that is trending in Guyana and in the diaspora. I want to big up every single person that took the time out to call into the show. Remember, you, the viewers and contributors to this platform, is who make it what it is. This is for the people, by the people. Independent media, international digital connection. This is where we connect and we highlight all the headlines and we analyze it in a neutral manner so that we could suss out what's really going on. Big up to all the travelers that was live with us. for the entire presentation. If you haven't already, ladies and gentlemen, thumbs up the presentation. The flight has landed on this live. But guess what? We will be live again later in the evening at 6:30 p.m. Look out for the notification. Thanks again to all of those that called in. Big up to the entire chat, all the frequent travelers that's in the chat right now. One love, and I will catch you in the next one. Big up yourself, Delta9 travelers.
100% well-crafted CMOS. Only the best, because you deserve nothing less. 8 Butterfly.